This raven is the bane of my existence. So this guy is falling off yet again. I cleaned the plate, brand new plate. I guess I'm gonna switch back to a cryo grip plate and see if that helps. I'm not sure. Haven't had any issues with this wing. Everything else was going bad, and now this wing is not working, so. The raven.
Awesome people over at Munbyn have sent us a new printer, and I'm super excited about this one. So this is the Munbyn 403B. It's the Bluetooth thermal printer, and this one is supposed to convert the signal differently so that it can print a lot clearer. And even though that isn't an issue that we've had with our other printer, I am excited to see this. So we're gonna unbox this, and it also came with some labels to print and some transparent round labels. They were also enough to throw in some more labels. So I'm pumped about this. We'll probably actually use this one for labels to go on our bags and on our boxes and things, and the other Munbyn specifically for our shipping labels now. So I'm not gonna have to switch it up all the time. So I'm pumped about this, guys. This Munbyn printer specifically for the labels that are going to go on our boxes and in our packaging. And as I was scrolling through some of their preset labels, I found this one and it cracks me up. I think it fits perfectly for all of our packaging. So I'm going to print these. Yep. I think these guys are absolutely going to be going on our new packaging. How cool is that? So I've also got these really cool shaped labels, and I've got one set up, says, "Thank you for your order." We're gonna put these on all of our orders that go out. Look at this. Yeah, we're gonna totally be able to rebrand all of our packaging as it goes out of the doors. Super awesome stuff here. And as always, we can use our Munbyn printer to print our packing slips, which I absolutely love because it makes it super easy. I've pretty much gotten it down to a science after doing it so many times, because I know it's going to be having my 4x6 label right there on top. Boom, boom, boom. And just like always, super easy, awesome.
I just wanted to kind of jump in real quick and go over their digital to analog converter technology that they have inside the printhead itself. So it basically enhances the accuracy by converting those digital signals into precise analog signals. Overall, what that means is it solves issues like paper misalignment and print offset, basically ensuring better quality prints. And you can print different type labels, different color labels, and different shaped labels. Stick it in the printer right here in the back. You adjust these to where your printer, the width of your printer labels, feed it in, put it over this little wheel, close it, it'll detect the label, pull it through, and get it ready. So, and then you just put it in, what labels you want to print, and you send it over. Amanda does a lot of the printing of the labels, so she does our shipping labels, she does our stickers for our bags, for our events, and she does our packing slips. So basically I take a pack, she prints off all the packing slips at the end of her live, and I go out there, grab them, I say out there in our garage, grab them, and pull all the product, put them out there in the garage, and she goes, that's kind of where we have our little shipping station. And then she goes outside then or a little bit later and prints off the shipping labels as she packs the boxes. So this thing has been, the one that we have currently has been a workhorse. It's pretty awesome. We've been doing, and we're not doing like crazy business right now, right? We're only doing probably 6 to 10 orders a day, right? So when we go on live, we'll get in 6 to 10 orders and we'll print those orders up. But I will say, as a business just starting out, I didn't see the need for one, because we were getting maybe 1-2 orders coming in a week, if that. But as our business has grown and we've started hitting that 5 and 10 day, or 5 and 10 order a day volume, it has definitely come in handy. I can't imagine going back to printing, with the paper, just regular paper printer to do this. So definitely recommend it if you are in the market for one, or you're thinking about kind of upgrading. No matter where you're at in your business, it's super affordable, and I think it's well worth it. But said all that to say, if you're interested in checking it out, we got a link in the description below. I do believe it is an affiliate link, so obviously, you can use our link, you can use anybody's link, but if you use our link, we do get a small commission off of it, and it definitely helps us and the channel out, so we appreciate it. And on today's episode of Misprint Monday, I have lost 4 ravens today. Well, from last night and today. None of them have made it. We messed up, and I say messed up, I thought I was doing well. Over the weekend, we had an order for a raven come in, Raven and Skull, which is one of our best sellers. And so I was feeling, I guess, brave, and was like, you know what, I'll throw one more into inventory because there was a lot of interest on it. And somebody actually bought it. So we sold 2 ravens over the weekend, and actually one, like, I think Friday or Saturday. But so we sold a raven and skull that I didn't have in stock. Skull's no problem. I can print that in like 16 hours with supports. But the raven should be a 15-hour print. But I'm going on, I think at this point we're at 24 hours. So, and it's through TikTok, and so I have to get that order out soon. I think I've got like 2 or 3 days, maybe. So I'm trying to print it, and I can't get past like the halfway mark because the wing keeps breaking off. The inner wing and the shoulder keeps breaking off, and it just doesn't build. Nothing to build on there, and it just fails. So I've changed all my settings to try to accommodate, or to try to fix this. It's not working. I have, the only thing I can think of is maybe it's the filament. So I've sent Amanda to our local Gigaparts, which I guess a lot of people have Micro Center. We don't have a Micro Center here. We have Gigaparts, and they have Bamboo Labs filament in stock. So it's more than what I would pay if I got online, but I need it now because I need the order to go out. So she's on their way there to see if they have black, which we think they do. Pretty sure they do. And bring that back and see if I can print a raven in the next 15 hours once I get that. So hopefully that will work. I've tried eSun, which isn't sticking to the plate. And I think that's on Reddit as well. Like, it's just, apparently there's the additives and the dyes or whatever in the black for the eSun that it just won't print. And so, or it won't stick to the plate, sorry. It just won't stick to the plate with that tiny amount of the wing that's on there. So yeah, and I've tried King Rune, and because I just ordered a whole thing of King Rune, so I've ordered that in bulk, and that's not working either. So we're gonna try Bamboo Labs Black and see. Also, I've moved the 3 printers to the 3 A1s. I moved them to the kitchen table, our breakfast room, because we don't really use it. And I've had a top mount on each one of them, so I'm trying to clear up room so I can start getting more printers in. With the later goal of getting a rack, right, or 2, one in the office, one in the kitchen, to keep the printers up there so we can add more and still kind of have room to, live in our house. So, however, I've noticed this is the second model that's done this. I can't remember what the first one was. It was a Cardinals, maybe. I think it was a Cardinals. But I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, you can see it there. Should be able to see it. So the up here, disregard the little dog hair, but the up here, it's like it got up here. The rest of the model was fine, but it got up here to the top of the head and it started wobbling too much, I guess. I think the printer was just wobbling too much. With all three going, maybe there was some infill on another printer or two. So yeah, I'm gonna have to move the printer back to the office because that's not working. So misprint Mondays.
Okay, so I know that Ryan has talked to you guys about having multiple issues with the ravens and the birds. So we have a theory, and we are going to test that theory. So I'm here at the store, and I'm going to get some filament that we know has worked on the birds in the past, specifically the raven, and we're going to test it out. So fingers crossed that they have it and that this theory actually plays out and it works. So we're going to go in there, grab it, and hopefully it won't take us too long to get home and test this theory out.
I just got this AMS light fixed. It had the three colors running, now it has the 4. And I lost this little guy. And so I went ahead and skipped him. And then I heard something pop and realized, disregard all the dust in the back apparently, but this guy just popped off. Focus. Focus. So this guy popped off. Not really sure. Probably because I did some surgery on it a couple weeks ago and it came out. So yeah, hopefully that goes back on. I don't want to have to order a new one. We'll see how that goes. All right, so it seems like we're back in business. I will probably have to get another one of these just in case because it's a little loose. So we'll see. Hopefully it holds for a little bit. We have a new way to display our minis now. So this will be good for events. And I have a few empty spots. And the ducks and dragons are taking up 2 spaces. They're a little bit smaller than what we usually had them in, but I feel like it looks cleaner. And I can fit more on the table. So we'll see. I've got a month. Well, no, about half a month. So 2 weeks before our next event. So we'll see how that goes. So with this setup, it takes up a lot less space. And as you can see, we've got a little bit more room over there. And we're at about half the table here. So looking forward to it. I think I can fit, looks like I can fit 1, maybe 2 more rows of them, which means we'll be able to get a lot more minis on the table and display them. And then we'll probably put them out like here and just have it to where people can see them as they're walking up, instead of doing like the little kind of angle circular thing that we have been doing. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. So we just finished up the weekend at about $750. So we're moving on up there in the world. We are pretty much sold out of a lot of our jumbos. I feel like I say that every weekend now. And I've still got minis that I got to print, and we're completely sold out of dragons. Amanda gave away our last dragon earlier this week, and we sold out completely was it last weekend? Yeah. I think at the event. So yeah, I've got a lot of restocking to do, and things are going well. I need more printers. And just to demonstrate these, I don't know if I can do it one-handed. There, that's what she said, yeah. So these do have magnets in them too. And the idea for these is same with our fidgets and everything. We're gonna just get set up or get to the event and they just click together. So super difficult, or not super difficult. I mean, they're pretty strong magnets. There's 2 of them stacked in there. So I'm hoping by using the magnets on our displays, the 4x4s for the minis, and then the other system, it's kind of a modular system for our displays, with the magnets that I can just set up very quickly and get going, because it never fails. Every time we get to an event, puberty, every time we get to an event, we end up getting almost set up, like the majority, like what, 75-80% set up, and then we just get swamped with. I think honestly what it is though is most vendors have finished setting up their booth and they want to go check out other vendors. Yeah. So so hopefully this will help. We can get just quickly set up, and we'll just be waiting on Amanda to finish setting up the flexies while I'm over there just chilling. So we'll see. On today's episode of the Raven Saga, so I've actually been able to print 2 ravens flawlessly since Amanda went and got the Bamboo Labs black. It looks like, and I think I said this earlier, but it looks like the eSun Black was not wanting to stick to the plate, and King Rune stuck to the plate, but it still gave me some discoloration with the heat. So, and some banding, I think is what it's called. I think that's banding, where it's like shiny in one bit, like I don't know, 50 layers, and then another 50 layers, it's smooth. I don't know. So, but Bamboo Labs black filament stuck to the plate, didn't warp, and it actually had the same color throughout, so it looks pristine. So, second Raven with no issues. I think I'm back. I think we're back to not having issues on the Raven. So I think that's going to do it for this video. If you enjoy the content, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. And if you like this video in particular, or you got something out of it, be sure to hit that like button. It helps us out on YouTube. We appreciate you watching, and we will see you next week.